What up, YouTube Live? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to today's episode of Rockin' It with Rama Screen Live. Yes, you are rocking it with me. and I know there's a lot of things going on today with the BAFTA Awards going on in England. Um, what's the time right now? The time zone in London? I believe it's nighttime. I suspect the ceremony is already over because I read that Roma won Best Film and the favorite won the most awards in that evening. I'll be posting the list of the winners shortly after the show. Um, and of course, there's the Grammys. The Grammys is also happening today. What's funny about the Grammys is that they don't show it live they don't show it live coast to coast. That's what I was gonna say. I think the West Coast for us here in California, I think it's airing pre-recordedly, like later on in the evening, while it's happening as we speak right now in the East Coast. So that's odd. um, but hey, that's how they do their thing. Not everybody um, does their thing the Oscars way, right? So it's all cool. So there's the BAFTA Awards and the Grammys happening today, and but thank you anyway for to you guys if you're tuning in right now. If you are watching me on this show, thank you for making the time. Before we get to the topics at hand, I've picked a few that we want to that I'd like for us to discuss. I would like for us to discuss these topics. Um, Before we get to the first one, excuse me, I just had Cheez It, man. The original Cheez It. I just had like a box of it, and now I'm feeling the after effect, and it's not good, man. You should never eat Cheez Its on one sitting. Okay, you should kind of like do it pragmatically or like gradually. Don't do it like don't eat Cheez It like you eat. Don't eat Cheez Its like you would eat a meal for dinner or lunch, because that's what I did, and now I regret it. um, uh, Before I get to the topics, I just want to remind you that Rama Screen is available as an audio podcast for you to download on both iTunes and Spotify. Again, Rama Screen is available on iTunes and Spotify, and they're both free. So if you like to, I don't know, listen to my sexy voice while you are on the bus on the way to work, or on Metro Rail on the way to work, or in the car in place of your audiobooks. Now you can do so through iTunes and Spotify. Uh, Also, Rama Screen is, if you like to support Rama Screen, if you like to support this channel and the website, you can do so by either two ways. Um, the first one is GoFundMe. GoFundMe, if you want to just make a one-time off donation kind of thing, GoFundMe.com/Rama Screen. Or if you want to be a monthly supporter, a consistent supporter, you can do so at patreon.com/Rama Screen. There's all kinds of tiers and rewards that come with those tiers in that website, patreon.com/Rama Screen. Um, but for sure, I will give my patrons. I always give my patrons exclusive bonus content. So whenever I attend a premiere, or whenever I cover a red carpet, or whenever I cover a press junket, I would always take photos or take extra videos behind the scenes if I do a set visit, and they will always be only exclusive just for Rama Screen patrons. So you get to see things that other Rama Screen fans are not able to see. If you are um, one of the members of Rama Screen patrons. So that is one of the perks. So again, it's GoFundMe.com/Rama Screen and Patreon.com/Rama Screen. All right, let's get to the first topic at hand here. TV shows that are ending. Damn, we are gonna miss some of these series, man. This past couple of weeks were the TCA Tour 2019. TCA, of course, Television Critics Association. They always have a meetup early in the year and also in the middle of the year to for the networks to announce their new shows, or the shows that they're gonna renew, or the shows that they're gonna end up canceling for the subsequent seasons. Of course, in this case, it's season either mid-season of this current 2018 2019, or either that or the upcoming new 2019 2020 season, TV season, of course. So, and I don't want to get through all of the details as far as which news shows that got greenlit or the trailer for like LA's Finest and whatnot. You can watch all that stuff at ramascreen.com. But I want to talk to you about some of the shows that are ending. Oh no, they are closing the curtains, man. They're calling it quit. Okay, and some of these are actually my favorites. First one is Into the Badlands. Oh man, Into the Badlands is ending. No, AMC announced at TCA that Into the Badlands will conclude with its final 8 episodes of the current season 3 on Sunday, March 24th at 10 p.m. Following the new episode of The Walking Dead, and then Into the Badlands after that will move to its regular time slot with a new episode on Monday nights, starting March 25th. So again, the premiere the first of the final 8 episodes will air March 24th, and then the second of the final 8 episodes will air on Monday, March 25th, and then after that, it will happen every Monday night. So yeah, 8 episodes left. Oh man, I love this show, man. It's created by Alfred Goh and Miles Miller. This is the team that gave us Smallville series, and they also gave us Shanghai Noon movie and Shanghai Night movie. Man, I've always wished for a Shanghai Noon 3. They never made a third installment to bring Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson back together again. So I think that is one franchise that kind of owes us a third installment. But back to Into the Badlands. What I love about this show is that, like, well, because there's no other show right now that offers martial arts in such a stylish way that Into the Badlands does. Cinemax has an upcoming series called Warrior that's based on Bruce Lee's writings, or Bruce Lee's stories, I guess you could say. But that's not like coming up till like I think the middle of this year. So I guess in a way, Warrior would be the thing that kind of fills the void that Into the Badlands will leave behind. But man, I'm gonna miss this show so bad. But I understand though, if you are fellow Into the Badlands if you are fellow fans of Into the Badlands, my fellow Into the Badlands fans out there, and you've been following the seasons like I did, right? You would know that, yeah, you kind of get the sense that I don't see, at least for me, I don't see how they can continue the story anymore. Right now, Baji and Sonny, Daniel Wood's character, they're dealing with this pilgrim, and um, I don't know. I wasn't too hot about the story in the first half of season 3. Although the episode about Baji's estranged ex-wife was pretty funny. But what I meant to say that after they moved on from the previous 2 seasons villain, who is played by Martin Scorsese, I think that's his name. He was a fantastic villain. After they moved on from that arc or that storyline, it's like the writers are trying to test the water. Okay, what if we give these challenges for Sunny? Will the audience respond well? And apparently, they haven't, at least not as well as they did the first 2 seasons. So I get it. I totally understand. Even though it pains me to not be able to watch Into the Badlands again, I do hope that Daniel Wu would find another gig, because it's tough, man, being an Asian actor out there. unless it's martial arts roles. I mean, let's be honest. Other than Fresh Off the Boat comedy series, what other Asian American show out there that's popular on TV? So I'm just being honest with you. I'm as an Asian, I'm saying like the Asians are the most underused because we are only called on our cell phones if Hollywood needs us to do martial art roles or to play doctors. So I'm hoping Daniel Wu would probably show up in Warrior. That'd be pretty cool, right? If he has a role there in Warrior, they should really consider hiring him or casting him at least. Last year at WonderCon, when I covered Into the Badlands press junket at WonderCon, or press roundtable, I should say, the cast there, I met Nick Frost, I met Daniel Wu. They did not reveal to us, the press, that this third season would be its final one. So now I'm kind of feeling bummed out. But again, I totally understand why it has to end because it seems like the story is not going anywhere really appealing. The next show that also is calling it quit is Modern Family. Modern Family. ABC has announced that they have renewed Modern Family for its 11th and final season. Damn, 11 seasons, man. I remember when Modern Family premiered in 2009, and I was hooked. The first I want to say the first 5 seasons, I was a huge fan of Modern Family. Nowadays, it's kind of like whenever I have time to catch the new episodes, I will, but there'll be times when I'm missing out on some. And I'll be like, wow, really? There were new episodes this past week? So, but there was a time in those first 5 seasons where when I was addicted to Modern Family. I just love the themes that each episode has because every episode ends with some kind of a moral lesson, or some kind of a words of wisdom. And it's funny. The writings are so funny, and I remember it kept winning Emmys the first 5 seasons of it. Like not only the best comedy, but also best supporting actor for Ty Burrell, best supporting actress as well, and by the way, I interviewed Ty Burrell. You can watch the link to my video interview with Ty Burrell in the description box below this video. I put it there. So if you are curious to see my interview with Ty Burrell, you can watch it there. So yeah, I'm gonna miss this show. But it's again, it's like Into the Badlands. It has gone on far enough. I don't know about long enough, but far enough. Like I think they've covered all the stories that they could about the Pritchett and the Dunphys, and they've covered all the milestones. The graduations. Haley's now pregnant as well, so Haley's gonna be mom. That's probably gonna be the big deal in season 11. And so, what's the next milestone? Okay, Lily graduating. I guess that could be, but we've seen graduations before in Modern Family, so it's gonna be running in circle again. Uh, so I understand why it's ending. 11 seasons, man. They had a good run. That's some good stuff right there. Not a lot of shows out there can brag the same way. 11 seasons, wow. The next show that's ending is Legion. Legion is this Marvel show that's on FX. Uh, it's ending with its upcoming third season, and the creator, executive producer Noah Hawley actually he announced this at TCA, but he also said that he always envisioned Legion as only a 3 season arc. So it is meant to be for the show to end with a third season. It's not something like, uh, the actors have to move on or there's no interest anymore, whatever. No, he actually planned it to just be 3 seasons. That said, the ratings did go down in season 2. That is a fact. And I I was not a fan of Legion. I'm still not a fan of Legion. I watched the first season, at least the first few episodes of it, and it bored me to death, man. I kid you not. I was bored to death. Now I can take weird, slow paced stuff. Okay, some of my favorite movies are the movies created by Terry Gilliam and Stanley Kubrick. So slow and weird. That's something I can handle. But Legion is so out there that I feel like it never gives an effort to try to engage me. It's just so out there. And uh so I'm not gonna miss this one. I'm not gonna shed a tear that Legion is leaving, or Legion is ending. For those of you who don't know, let me read to you. Legion is about this character. Dan Stevens plays this character, David Heller, a troubled young man who may be more than human. So it's a mutant show, and David has been in and out of mental hospitals for years. Now that's the thing, right? When it comes to, like I mentioned to you before, that stories about hallucinations, stories about mental asylum, those are usually some of my favorite shows, my favorite kind of stories, because the imaginations run wild. They go run wild, and you see some trippy stuff like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas kind of stuff. Um, so I would naturally like something like Legion, but man, I kid you not. I guess it's a disconnect that happens between me and the show, that I don't find it very engaging or even interesting. I don't want to follow the characters. Usually that's the key. When a show is good is when you as the audience, you want to follow the character's journey. I don't want, or I never wanted, after watching a few episodes, I decided, like, I don't want to follow David's journey. And maybe that's just me. Maybe you like Legion, and you probably feel sad that Legion is ending. If so, why? Let me know your thoughts. Why did you like Legion? Why did you not find it as sleep inducing and boring as I did? Okay, so the next show that's ending, of course, is Veep. Veep final season, seventh season, premieres this March, and this is one comedy show that's amazing. I've seen, I think, a couple of seasons of it, and um, it kept winning Emmys. Julia Louis Dreyfus kept winning Emmys. She's unstoppable at the Emmy Awards. Anytime she gets nominated, it just like, then the other nominees just probably felt grateful that they got invited, because they knew that Julia Louis Dreyfus is gonna win it anyway. Um, and so Veep will return for its seventh and final season Sunday, March 31st, exclusively on HBO. Of course, the supporting cast will return, including Tony Hale as Gary, and Chomsky as Amy, Matt Walsh as Mike, um, Reed Scott as Dan, Timothy C. Simmons as Jonah Ryan, and again, this is one of those shows that just kept winning Emmys, kind of like The Sopranos. Remember when The Sopranos were on? They keep winning Emmys, and then when Breaking Bad was on, Breaking Bad kept winning Emmys, especially on the acting categories. And then Game of Thrones now. Game of Thrones is the one that keeps winning Emmys. So the year that whenever Game of Thrones is not on, the year that it takes hiatus, that's when you have another winner, like The Handmaid's Tale. But when Game of Thrones gets nominated, it's like, why even have a ceremony? Just give the trophy or the statuette to Game of Thrones already. Julia Louis Dreyfus took a hiatus from the show. Actually, let me correct that. The show Veep took a hiatus to give time for Julia to go through her breast cancer treatment this past few years. She went through chemo. I think last October. I want to say last October, she announced on Jimmy Kimmel Live that she has defeated the cancer, that she's now cancer free. So that's good. I love you, Julia. Big fan of yours. So I'm glad you're healthy. But when it comes to cancer, man, there's always that fright. There's always that fear, because cancer is one stubborn son of a bitch. But Cancer is a bastard that keeps coming back. So hopefully it doesn't come back to Julia. But I'm really happy that she's cancer free at the moment, and looking forward to the final season of Veep. So yeah, those are the TV shows that are ending, of course, including or in addition to the Big Bang Theory. This is its final season now. Gotham, we're gonna brace ourselves to say goodbye to Gotham. And Game of Thrones. This is Game of Thrones final season, premiering this April. So um, a lot of goodbyes at the Emmys this year. The Emmys usually air, I want to say, airs in September, right? Yeah, September. So in September there'll be a lot of shows that we're gonna be saying goodbye to. Mr. Robot is ending too, I think. Yeah, those are the TV shows that are ending. Okay, so before we move on to the next topic, I just want to remind you again that Rama Screen is on audio podcast, available on iTunes and Spotify. So if you want to download Rama Screen as an audio podcast, you can do so at iTunes and Spotify. Both venues are free. Why is this place so dark? Oh, if you're wondering why I'm wearing jacket, because it's freezing in here, and it's because for the past few days, there's no sun in Southern California. Could you believe that? It's supposed to be the sunny state, man, the sunshine state, but it's been like gloomy and rainy. Yesterday was raining cats and dogs. It was right now it's not raining, but there's no sun. It's hiding behind the clouds. And that's why it just feels so dark in here. Let me just try to what if I turn on these lights? Maybe that'll do. Is that better? Okay, hopefully it looks better. All right, we're making good time here. The next topic, I want to pick your brains about this one. Usually, as you know, whenever there's a big news, breaking news, something topical that hit the web, I would do a live stream right there and then, right? After I read what it is about, so I can educate myself and keep myself informed of the situation at hand. Um, and so I would do live stream just like this past week when that whole thing with Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson has this racist revenge plot in his head. Silly Liam Neeson, man. Why do you gotta say, it's a pretty interesting admission though, just to say the least. I've already shared with you my thoughts. I don't want to go through that again here. So just like that, for example, on Monday when it happened, I did a live stream video sharing with you my editorial about that topic or about that situation. Well, I wanted to talk about this this past few days ago, but I did not have the time that day. I was busy doing something else. So I want to just cover this real quick, um, because I do have a few thoughts about it. And if you do have a few thoughts about it as well, share them in the comment section below. All right, so Amazon Studios versus Woody Allen. Woody Allen, let me read to you here off of Variety. Woody Allen filed a $68 million lawsuit against Amazon Studios this past Thursday, alleging that the streaming service has backed out of a four-picture deal due to a 25-year-old baseless allegations. Now, Woody Allen alleges in his lawsuit that Amazon refused to release his new film, A Rainy Day in New York, even though it has been completed more than 6 months. Um, the suit also states that Amazon has given only vague reasons for dropping the project and um, for backing out on their promise to produce 3 other movies. Okay, let's pause there. So basically, Woody Allen says in this lawsuit, and you can read it on Variety. It's like they even have a full-on copy of the lawsuit itself. But in simple English, Woody Allen says, "Hey, we have a contract here, 4-picture deal contract, and you're not honoring that. You're breaching that contract." And in general, bird's eye view opinion, yes, if you are in a contract with somebody or an entity or some corporation, whatever, right, between you and him, and he breaches that contract, yes, you can file a lawsuit. That person is should not breach your contract. That contract is a legally binding stuff. Um, and so there has to be penalty that comes with that. So I understand from that point of view, from that angle, I totally get why Woody Allen files this lawsuit. Now, when it says here 25-year-old baseless allegation, 25-year-old baseless allegations, um, that is referring to, for those of you who may not be familiar with Woody Allen's history, that refers to the allegation that Woody Allen allegedly sexually abused Dylan Farrow. Woody years ago was in a relationship with Mia Farrow, and Woody allegedly did inappropriate stuff to Mia's daughter, who at the time was underage. And so, but Woody has been denying that over the years. He has been denying that. No, no, that never happened. Even though Dylan's stood by her statement, and Ronan Farrow stood by his sister, of course. Ronan Farrow is Ronan Farrow is the journalist who did an expose bringing down Harvey Weinstein. So in these past 2 years, with the whole hashtag Me Too movement and Times Up movement, um, people, especially with the social media that's going on right now, where everything's gets trending like crazy, people have been rightfully calling out people like Kevin Spacey and Louis C.K. and Bryan Singer now is also getting some heat about his allegations. And Woody Allen is one of those names. And on top of the fact that Amazon had one of their executives, I believe his name is Roy Price, one of their executives, Amazon, the company, not Amazon Studios, or maybe it's Amazon Studios. Yeah, Amazon Studios executive, Roy Price, he resigned because also of sexual misconduct. And so in 2018, Amazon's head honcho, Amazon Studios head honcho, Ajay Patel, proposed to Woody Allen, "Hey, I know we have this contract, and we're supposed to release your movie A Rainy Day in New York and distribute it. How about we delay that till next year, 2019? There's all this heat with Me Too and Time's Up going on. How about we, till everything calm down? Let's just postpone the release." So, and Woody Allen said yes. But now it's 2019. I read reports that during the time that Ajay Patel recommended the postponement of that movie to Woody Allen, from that time till now, I read that Ajay Patel or Amazon Studios has been trying really, really hard to find ways to get out of that contract or to terminate that contract without getting themselves in trouble. Obviously, it didn't work. So now Woody Allen, takes them to suit. A Rainy Day in New York. Okay, so Amazon Studios released Cafe Society. That's Woody Allen's movie starring Kristen Stewart and Jesse Eisenberg. And Amazon Studios released Wonder Wheel. That is Woody Allen's movie starring Kate Winslet and Justin Timberlake. A Rainy Day in New York, which is part of the 4 deal thing that they had, stars Jude Law, Elle Fanning, and Timothée Chalamet. And Timothée Chalamet actually went on record publicly distancing himself from Woody Allen. This is after he's shot the movie, it's already wrapped, and so the actor felt regret about having done a project with Woody Allen, especially in the Time's Up and Me Too movement era. So Timothy actually donated the salary that he got from his work on A Rainy Day in New York. He donated it, like every cent of it, to 3 charities relating to Me Too and Time's Up. He basically said, "I don't want to profit from this film. I don't want to profit from my work on this film." He signed on he signed on to do the film because he was, at the time, he was a young actor trying to walk in the footsteps of other bigger actors. Because again, this movie also stars Jude Law and Elle Fanning, and I think Selena Gomez as well. And now Chalamet, of course, is a big Oscar nominated star himself. But he felt regret, and he had since donated his salary from a rainy day in New York to three charities relating to Me Too and Time's Up. So good for Timothy. Um, so here's the deal. As a filmmaker and as a storyteller, I think Woody Allen is talented. But you can say that also about Kevin Spacey as an actor. He is talented. You got to give credit where credit is due, right? Um, as a comedian, Louis C.K. is freaking hilarious. But that does not excuse or justify or rationalize or brush off what they did or what they allegedly did. And what they allegedly did is morally wrong. Now, you can probably assume that, oh, see, Rama, this is an example of a corporation having morals. Because I'm on the camp of people who don't think that. Okay, here's my belief. I don't think corporations have moralities or morals. Um, the bottom line is profit, maximizing profit for themselves and maximizing profit for their shareholders. So you can assume that, oh, see, Rama, Amazon is doing it out of morals, but let's not be naive here. Okay, Amazon wants to distance themselves from Woody Allen because Woody Allen right now is a toxic name. um, the name Woody Allen does more harm for their brand than good. So again, you can assume that maybe Amazon wants to be on the side of Me Too and Time's Up, but at the end of the day, it's business. It's business. They don't want they had Manchester by the Sea, right, as their Oscar winning picture a couple years ago. This past year, they did not have any of their movies that made it to the nominations. Suspiria, Beautiful Boy, Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot. None of them got nominated. So Amazon's like, okay, let's go full on force in 2019, make 2020 get nominated again. And so associating themselves with somebody or a toxic name like Woody would hurt their brand business wise. So, and to conclude, my thoughts about this is that I think Amazon should just pay Woody Allen that $68 million. Um, I mean, freaking Amazon Studios is part of Amazon Company, and Amazon Company is freaking rich. I don't think they have any problem, uh, you know, throwing up money. Um, and I think they should do it because for the same reason that NBC paid Megyn Kelly the remaining $30 million out of her $60 million initial contract. I don't know if you know this, but NBC let go Megyn Kelly, but they also paid her the remaining uh, what's left of the contract. I think it's a 3-year contract. I think she went into a 3-year contract. It's $69 million worth, and she only worked for like 2 years or so, or 1 year and a half, however long it was. And so instead of going to the court and all these long, drawn out, long battle stuff, right, legal issues, NBC's like, you know what? Fine, here you go. Here's your $30 million, which is insane because I mean, when was the last time that you were let go from your job and got paid $30 million? She got paid $30 million for not working. She didn't have to work for that for those $30 million, man. It's insanity, the system that we're living in today. But I think to save Amazon headaches, to move on from Woody Allen, to save themselves from the long drawn out legal battle stuff or court issues, I say they should just pay Woody Allen what he's owed and let him go off into the sunset. I mean, nobody wants to work with him anymore. He probably just needs the money to retire, even though he's already filthy rich. Just give him the money and then let him, you know, go off quietly, do his thing, and then we can all move on, including Hollywood. So, what do you think about this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to hear your thoughts. Are you on the side of Amazon or on the side of Woody Allen? And what did you think about Woody Allen overall, as far as his allegations and also his filmmaking and storytelling career? Are you a fan or are you not a fan? Share your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. All right, so before we move on to the next topic here, just want to remind you again that if you can help support Rama Screen, you can do so at patreon.com/Rama Screen or at gofundme.com/Rama Screen. That's gofundme.com/Rama Screen or at patreon.com/Rama Screen. Um, I will not be having Rockin' It with Rama Screen live next Sunday, but the Sunday after that, I will go live stream right after the Oscar ceremony to give you my reaction of, well, wait a minute. Is next Sunday, what is next Sunday? Is there an award ceremony next? Because today is Grammys and BAFTA, right? You know what? If there's no award ceremony next Sunday, then I'll have a Rockin' It with Rama Screen Live episode. I keep forgetting. I gotta look at my calendar again. But definitely after the Oscar ceremony, I'll give you my live reaction, and also I will announce that same evening the winner of Rama Screen um, Ralph Breaks the Internet Blu-ray giveaway. So next week, I will announce the winner of Nobody's Fool giveaway. But the week after that, on Oscars night, I'll announce the winner of Ralph Breaks the Internet Blu-ray giveaway. All right, so the next topic is Danai Gurira. I hope I pronounced that last name correctly. I apologize. Danai Gurira, the actress who plays Michonne, is leaving The Walking Dead. Black Panther star Danai Gurira, who many of you recognize as the badass katana-wielding Michonne, is exiting the popular zombie show that made her famous. The Hollywood Reporter said that Gurira, who joined The Walking Dead in season 3, has signed on a deal to return for her final season 10, because The Walking Dead has been renewed for season 10. But in this deal, it says that Gurira will only return in limited capacity. She will only show up in a handful of episodes. She will not be a series regular in season 10. She will show up recurringly. But also in this same report, it says that there's a possibility that Danai Gurira might reprise her role as Michonne in AMC's 3 Walking Dead TV movies that will star Andrew Lincoln. Remember Andrew Lincoln? Rick Grimes got written off from the show, but that AMC wants to have a TV movie, 3 TV movies featuring him as the star. The last time we saw Rick Grimes was he got carried off on a helicopter to whatever community or convent. We don't know what happens to his fate. So the report says that Danai might come back as Michonne for those 3 projects, those 3 TV movies. I like Danai Gurira, man. I think she's awesome. I've been a big fan of her since she appeared as Michonne on the show, and now she's like this big movie star as well in Black Panther, and I the reports does not state though. The report does not state why she's leaving. Is it because she has other scripts, other projects that she wants to do, and she wants to move on to do other gigs? Possibly, right? That's usually the case with other actors. For example, Shameless actor Cameron Monaghan, he left Shameless because he wants to do other stuff, and he has been doing other stuff, not just Gotham. So that could be the reason. But then again, another reason could be disagreements over contracts, right? Like actress Lauren Cohen, who plays Maggie, she had disputes with the producers of The Walking Dead and AMC. I read that she wanted a raise or something like that, and she, as part of the renewal of her contract, and it just didn't work out, and so her character got written off. Like Maggie left. We don't know what happened to Maggie after the because you remember the time there was a time jump, 6 years, so we don't know what happened to Maggie in those 6 years. So that could be the reason too why Denai decides to leave. But we'll never know until a journalist actually interviews Denai, um, for her, I don't know, at the press junket for her next new movie, and asks her directly, like, what is the actual reason for her leaving, or maybe it's just her time. Maybe the story for Michonne is over. Now, my bigger question is, how are they gonna kill? Well, no, they're not gonna kill off. If the rumor is true that Michonne is gonna show up in Andrew Lincoln's, Rick Grimes TV movies, so of course we can probably take killing off Michonne off the table, right? So that's not. But if that rumor is not true, then we'll see exactly how how Michonne walks off into the sunset. Let's just put it that way. Um, last last night I saw the premiere episode of tonight's. Well, if you are part of the AMC premiere subscriber, you would have been able to see, or you would have seen, tonight's premiere episode of the second half of season 9. So I saw that last night, and I mentioned in my review of the episode that it's clear that there is a transition going on the leadership level, because Maggie left, Jesus died, Rick Grimes, in their thoughts, in their opinions, in their minds, that he died, even though he did not die, but he left. Gabriel is not in the picture also. So now we get to see who is stepping up to the plate. Daryl reluctantly kind of steps up, of course, and then we see a little bit of Alden and Enid kind of try. They're these young blood, right? These youngsters. They're taking charge. They're taking initiative to do what needs to be done for the community. So uh, so we'll see that too when Michonne is leaving. We're gonna see who's taking her place. The problem is that Michonne and Rick Grimes left some pretty big shoes, man. Those two characters, they are such charismatic leaders, and they are such badasses that, how do you? I mean, they set the bar really high. Alden, Enid, Aaron, and Daryl, they won't be able to live up to that. So it'll be interesting, and we'll see whether or not the fans will respond well to the new leaders, just like they did with, or to, Rick and Michonne. So yeah, there's going to be an adjustment process, adapting process. It's going to, and with all adaptation and with all adjustment, it never runs smoothly. And we'll see how it goes. All right. So the next topic is about Deadpool. All right, Deadpool will stay R-rated under Disney. Yes, Deadpool will stay R-rated. Now, if you had been worried, I, for one, had been worried that Disney owning Fox means the Disneyfication of some of Marvel properties that Fox used to own, like Fantastic Four and X-Men, and of course, Logan and Deadpool. Don't be afraid. Fret not. Fret not. Because Disney's head honcho, Bob Iger, said this past week that the Mouse House Studio, Disney, will not interfere. I repeat, will not interfere or alter the R-rated nature of some of the Marvel properties that are under Fox. Of course, including Deadpool movies. And let me give you the quote here that Bob Iger said, and I quote, We're going to continue in that business, and there might be some room for more of that. So Iger basically said that there is room for R-rated movies, R-rated Marvel movies in Disney's future lineup, but he did not reveal what those movies will be. He did not specify Deadpool. He did not specify the properties and he did not specify whether or not they are developing such R-rated properties currently or planning. So no revelation on that front. But he did say that those R-rated movies will be properly marketed as R-rated movies. So there's no messing about it. There's no messing about it. It's like we're gonna properly market these as R-rated movies if they are R-rated movies. Um, so which gets me to thinking like Disney used to own this. I think Disney still owns it. This company called Touchstone, right? Touchstone is this distribution label under Walt Disney. I think it was created by Ron Miller, who is Walt Disney's son-in-law, who recently passed away. May he rest in peace, Ron Miller. And Touchstone, or at least to my knowledge, Touchstone distributed movies that are produced by Disney that have adult centric or more mature themes or darker tones to them, and basically movies that are targeted for adult audiences as opposed to PG-13. And so that's what the function of Touchstone was or still is. Um, so I'm thinking, could it be that stuff like Deadpool, or I don't know if they ever reboot Wolverine, that I'm sure they're thinking about rebooting Wolverine, and if they have it R-rated again. So will they have those movies come out through their Touchstone label? We don't know. I would not I would not rule that out though. Um, to have it come out or distributed directly by Disney, for these R-rated movies, I just don't see that as likely happening. Um, so they are going to be properly marketed as R-rated movies, but it doesn't mean that Disney's going to have slap. Uh, it's not like before Deadpool first scene that you're going to see a logo of Disney's Magic Kingdom. How every Disney movie starts with that, like that, with Tinkerbell, and then you see the Magic Kingdom as the camera pan out. I doubt that they're gonna. They might go through the Touchstone route or some other label that is owned by Disney, but it's gonna be R-rated, and they're gonna be marketed on advertisements, on TV spots, on billboards as R-rated movies. That much, at least, Bob Iger has promised us. And so that's good. That's good. I don't want a watered down Deadpool movie. I don't want Deadpool movie that walks on eggshell. I don't want Deadpool movies that we can't say fuck anymore. No, I want Deadpool to be Deadpool. So hopefully Disney, um, hopefully Bob Iger and Disney keep their end of the bargain, keep their promise, and I think they will. I really think I think they do. And looking forward to a Disney Deadpool movie. That's for sure. All right, you guys. Last topic here. Before I get to the last topic, I just want to say also Rama Screen again is available as audio podcasts on iTunes and Spotify. So if you'd like to download it as an audio for you to listen to, either in your car or on the way to your work, when you're on a metro rail, whatever, you can download that on iTunes and Spotify, and both are free. I believe, because I curse a lot, that it's labeled as explicit content on iTunes and Spotify. My Rama Screen podcast is labeled as explicit. Just a heads up on that, and that's my fault because I do curse a lot, and I it's a bad habit. It's a bad habit. I admit that. Last topic before I go. I just want to remember Finney's legacy. Albert Finney, the great Albert Finney, passed away this past week. Uh, he was 82 years old. I didn't get to do a live stream of it when it happened. I was away in LA doing stuff, but I just want to say a few words. Albert Finney, man, was a fantastic actor. I never had the privilege of meeting him, unfortunately. He's among those that, like, I never met Robin Williams. I never got to interview Robin Williams as well. So Albert Finney is on that list of people that, man, it's sad. I'm bummed out that I never got to meet them when they were alive. But I've been a big fan of Albert Finney quite a while, just like you have, if you are movie fans as well. Uh, of course, he is a Brit thespian and a Shakespearean expert, and also works on stage play, or worked on stage play, I should say. And he was best known for his roles in such movies as Annie and Aaron Brockovich, one of my favorites, and Tom Jones and Big Fish. Oh my God, Big Fish is one of my favorite Tim Burton movies, man. If you haven't seen Big Fish, you are missing out. It's so fantastical, so magical. It man, so imaginative. Love it, love Big Fish, and so heartfelt. It's a love story as well. And another movie that I saw him in was The Bourne Legacy and The Bourne Ultimatum, I believe, but also The Amazing Grace. He played John Newton on that one, the late great John Newton. Um, Confession time. I have never watched, or I still haven't watched yet, the movie Tom Jones and the movie The Dresser. Those are two of the five movies that Albert Finney was Oscar nominated for. He was Oscar nominated 5 times. And I still haven't seen to this day Tom Jones and The Dresser. So I need to put those on my must see list. Because Albert Finney had what, over, I think, 6 decades, right, of his acting career. So yes, there will be plenty of Albert Finney's TV gigs or movies that I haven't seen. Obviously, I mean that's a long career, man. 6 decades. But here's a fun fact. Albert Finney never attended the Academy Awards. He got nominated 5 times, and he never attended any of them. And here's the reason that he gave, and I got this from CNN. He says, and I quote, "It seems to me a long way to go just to sit in a non-drinking, non-smoking environment on the off chance your name is called. It's as if you are entered into a race you don't particularly want to run in. It's a waste of time." Hot damn. Hot damn. Uh, if that's not a badass reason to not attend Oscars, I don't know what. That is tough guys. Like, yeah, why on earth would I want to fly from England all the way to Los Angeles just to sit for 4 hours in a non-drinking, non-smoking environment, and then I may not even win. I don't want to be there. It's like, it's a waste of time. Damn. See, that's hardcore right there. Albert Finney, he never once became a tabloid star. It was always about the work for him. It was always about the acting, the crafts. It was always about the craft for him. Um, another actor, well, actress, yeah, Maggie Smith. Another actor who also does not like going or attending award shows is Maggie Smith, actress Maggie Smith. Maggie Smith never attended the Emmys, and she won multiple Emmys over the years. The latest one was 2016 when she won. When her name was mentioned, of course, she wasn't there. So then the host Jimmy Kimmel went on stage and took the statuette from the presenter And I remember Jimmy said something along the lines of, "If Maggie wants this, I mean, if Maggie wants this trophy, she can come and pick this up herself from me." Because Jimmy has this joke or open in his opening monologue, making fun of the fact that Maggie Smith never attended the Emmys. Um, but hey, it's cool, man. That's their choice. To the rest of us, we like award shows. At least I do. And But it's not for everybody. To some people, like Albert Finney, it's just winning or getting nominated. It's nice and all, but to him, the pleasure is in the work. And yeah, and it shows, man. He was a fantastic, wonderful actor who made it look so easy, so effortlessly. And we movie fans, audiences everywhere around the world will miss seeing his face on the screen. And yeah, those are my words, remembering Albert Finney's legacy. Albert, thank you so much for your contributions to the world of cinema. Rest in peace. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of Rockin' It with Rama Screen Live. Enjoy your Grammys. And for those of you who did watch BAFTA, I hope you had fun watching BAFTA today. I'll be back next week announcing the winner of Nobody's Fool Blu-ray giveaway. And then I'll be back also Sunday, Oscar Sunday, February 24, right after the ceremony ends, to give you my reaction and to also announce the winner of Ralph Breaks the Internet Blu-ray giveaway. So make sure you tune in for those Sundays. And again, if you can help support this channel, please do so at either gofundme.com/ramascreen or patreon.com/ramascreen. Every little help helps. I do a lot. I cover press junket. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a TV interview tomorrow, and I do red carpets as well. Yeah, I review movies early. I go to press screenings. I go to all kinds of events, and I'm a member of the Los Angeles Online Film Critics Society. So I could really use your support. Rama Screen is not like corporate funded, corporate backed. It's very independent. So, and that is because of you guys. So you guys are the ones that help me keep going to do what I do. So please, again, either gofundme.com/ramascreen or patreon.com/ramascreen. And thank you again. And as always, share your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to this channel. Press that like button. Ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. All right. As always, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's rock this.